We still don't know if Stephen Caple Jr. will be back to direct or if Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback will reprise their roles, but is that the 8th part is set to feature a crossover with G.I. Joe, two iconic action franchises colliding in what's likely to be one of the wildest mashups in blockbuster history. This could signal a massive iconic franchises have teamed up before in comic books and animated series. This will be the first time we see them collide in a live-action format. Producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura has hinted that the new part won't just be another explosion fest. Instead, they're looking to focus more on character development for the actual Transformers themselves. Now, that's a bold claim, especially when you consider they'll also be juggling the introduction of the G.I. Joe team. Will they actually pull off the delicate balance of fleshing out both the iconic robots and the soldiers? It's an ambitious move, and honestly, it could either be a refreshing new take or a total narrative mess. With both franchises being action-heavy, the risk of overstuffing the plot with too many characters and not enough depth is real. But if they get it right, this could be the movie. Subscribe.